Good day, fellow planet harvesters. Today I will be showing you a way to limit the output of machinery and containers to a wanted amount, all in vanilla Satisfactory. For the smallest solution, which will give the output of the input divided by 3, you will need 2 conveyors plus input and output, 20 steel plates, 4 iron rods and 4 cables. For every other by 3 division, it will be an extra of 12 plates, 2 rods and 2 more cables. The mechanism shown will be useful for example, keeping a container full for personal use while supplying low demands to another machine, which happens to be the case in my very snuggly factory. This module can be expanded indefinitely, though it should be noted that doing so may not make much sense, as even at an input of 780 resources per minute, the maximum amount of divisions until the result becomes 1 per minute is 6. There's also a smaller, more compact version that allows up to 3 divisions, so from 60 per minute input, the output will only be 2.2 per minute. Perfect for small factories like a modular engine shed. The output being given by each division can also be adjusted by leaving away a conveyor lift per node, so you could output exactly 5 per minute if you'd need it for whatever reason. The principle is, if you can iteratively calculate it, you can build it. To build said compact structure, you will need to place down a conveyor merger facing to the right, with enough space to build another conveyor merger right next to it. Now you will go 3 attachment points to the right and place the other conveyor merger facing 90 degrees to the left, so it faces away from the direction you were looking at. Next you can place a conveyor lift, like this, as a temporal placeholder, so it's easier for you to see where the next conveyor merger will need to go, which is facing another 90 degrees to the left. It needs to have space for a conveyor lift, like so. When you are done with placing the mergers, you can connect them each with a conveyor belt Mark 1, or depending on your wanted throughput, with higher tiers. Now you can remove the temporal conveyor lift and start placing conveyor splitters. 2 splitters above the mergers you just placed down. The input of the splitters placed will need to be facing the output direction of the mergers down below. Repeat the step on each of the mergers you have placed down. You can then also connect these splitters with conveyor belts of your choice. To finish this build step, you will then need to connect the mergers with the mergers and the splitters with the splitters, so they will each create a loop. Now to complete the divider, you will need to place the conveyor lifts to each of the outputs and inputs of the mergers and splitters, like seen. Note, leave the last one out, because these will be your output and your input. Now to build the more extendable version of the module, you will need to place down a conveyor merger like before. Now go 3 attachment points to the right for the small gap in between the mergers, and then go 6 attachment points forward. Note that you do not need to turn the conveyor merger in this version. Just make sure you can place a lift like in the module before. Then connect the mergers with conveyor belts again and repeat the steps for the amount of division nodes you want to have. After this you can start placing down the splitters again, but just make sure that the input of the splitter is facing the same direction as the output of the merger. Then just connect the merger to the splitter with the conveyor lift and create a loop like seen before. To finish the module up, you will just need to connect the remaining conveyor ports with lifts together and leave one free at the entrance as your input and output. To get it all wrapped up, there are two versions, each with their own benefits, and now you can limit your item flow on a small space. Thank you for watching this FicsIt tutorial, and we will see you around on our next unscheduled inspection. The following footage is just a module being shown working. For whatever reason should clog up, it will just be outputting the maximum amount of items allowed on the belt that is attached to the output for a couple of seconds and then return to normal operation.